What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am DJ, the token black guy, and for the first time, hit that like button, subscribe button. Like I've been saying, this year's goal is to try to get to 2,000 subscribers. We're in the 1,600s right now, so we need roughly 400 more. So if you have not subscribed, do me a favor, just hit the little subscribe button. All that matters. But we are back with another pitch meeting. Love this channel. The last one we did was The Gorge, which I love that movie. This one is a movie that I watched last weekend. It's Electric State. This one, what's her name? Millie Bobby Brown and Chris, one of the Chris Pratt. They're starring in it. This movie, I was like, it was for me. I know the Russo brothers directed it, but it just didn't hit with me. There were some aspects I liked about it. I like the robots and stuff, that side of it. I actually thought Millie Bobby Brown performance wasn't the best, but I mean, overall I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. That makes sense. But let's see what their take on the pitch meeting is. If they had some of the concerns and complaints I had. I feel like this was a very I know it's based off a graphic novel, but it's like very nostalgia driven because it takes place in the alternate future or alternate past, the 90s, where humans and robots go to war, and then there's a deal met, some kind of peace treaty that kind of like puts all the robots in one section of the country, and she has a brother, and I guess his mind is used to help for something to help stop the robots. So, but yeah, we'll check it out, see what the pitch meeting is all about. Mr. Ryan George, he's always hilarious with this stuff. So here we go.
So, you have some new content for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's based on this dystopian graphic novel called The Electric State.
I actually like dystopian style movies.
Sounds like reading. Oh, no, don't worry. I figure we just basically grab the general aesthetic and make a Marvel movie out of it. Oh, I like the sound of that. Besides, who knows better than us how to put together a story? Nobody that I've ever been able to fully pay attention to. So tell me about this thing. Well, I'm thinking Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown. She has a lot of followers on Instagram. She sure does. So many big numbers. Amazing. But I did mean tell me about the story. Oh, okay. Well, this takes place in the 1990s after a big robot war. There wasn't a robot war in the 90s. No, but like, what if there had been one?
What if, yeah.
Oh my God. So anyway, robots rise up because humans don't want them to have rights or live lives because they're objects or whatever. Whatever. And the robots were kicking human butts for a while because robots don't need to eat or sleep, but humans do. Right, we do need to do that. Yeah, and in fact, we're gonna have this badass line from Chris Pratt's soldier character where he's like, these bots, they don't need to eat, sleep, or blink. I blink. That's, okay, I guess that's...
I wish they would have dove more into the actual war part of it. I know it's like flashbacks and everything, but I would want to know more about the actual war, and it's the military part of me, that stuff. So that's the kind of movies I like to see.
Doesn't blinking mean to show weakness in a standoff, though? Yeah, so badass. But then this big company called Center, they make this thing called the Neurocaster. What does that do? It's this mind upload software that lets humans control drones, so that gives them the edge and they win the war. What did that change about humans needing to sleep and eat? Hey, shut up. So then Bill Clinton signs a treaty with a robot, Mr. Peanut, to put all these robots in an exclusion zone. And their whole thing was that they didn't think the robots were alive. Why didn't they just turn them off so the movie can happen? Got it. So
that's why I don't understand. Just do an EMP. That would kill all of them, right? Like, just shoot off an EMP.
Anyway, a couple of years later, everybody's wearing these Neurocasters recreationally, and the world sucks, and Millie's family's dead.
Surgeons.
But one day, this freaking robot Cosmo shows up, and he can only speak to her in pre-recorded lines from this old Cosmo TV show. Oh, kind of like Bumblebee and Transformers with the radio stations. Yeah, when movies are successful, you can just kind of take things from them and put them in your movie. That's how we make many of our movies.
Yeah, you Frankenstein them together.
Right? So this robot, turns out, contains the consciousness of her dead brother. Oh. So he's like not actually totally dead, so they need to find his body, and Chris Pratt's gonna help out along the way. And what's his deal? Well, he's Chris Pratt. You're damn right he is. And Chris Pratt has a robot friend named Herman who can be voiced by whichever MCU actor is available and interested. It truly does not matter who voices this character. Love that. So they're gonna have this funny back and forth where Chris Pratt is like, did
why couldn't you say Anthony
refrigerator? And Herman's like, yeah, I need it to charge. So the robots don't need to eat or sleep, but they do need to recharge. How was that an advantage? Hey, shut up again. So Chris Pratt agrees to help Millie Bobby.
That's why it was a lot of like little like redundant loopholes, or not loopholes, or what we call it, plot holes in the things. Example, that kind of stuff. It just a lot of the movie didn't. It contradicted itself in a lot of senses.
Because they're being chased by this robot killing colonel of popcorn? No, of an army person. Even scarier. So they gotta go into the exclusion zone, which is super dangerous and tough to get into. So how do they get in? They go into it. Good strategy. Glad that paid off. And they meet Mr. Peanut and a bunch of other fun, hopefully merchandisable robots, as well as this human doctor they were looking for. A human doctor? What's his deal? Well, his name is Dr. Exposition or something. I don't care.
He did a whole expedition
to them. Such as? Well, it turns out Millie's brother was very smart, so Center realized they could create the Neurocaster technology by keeping this kid in a coma and using his very smart brain. One kid is powering the whole world's drone technology.
Pretty much.
That's what we're going with.
I didn't understand that. It didn't make sense to me.
Well, okay then. And so this doctor helped the evil CEO skate. He didn't know how to skate. No, his name is Skate. Evil sporting goods are tight. Anyway, this doctor guy hooked up Millie's brother to this system, but he doesn't want to be evil anymore, so he helps robots. Sure, okay. So the good guys ask Mr. Peanut for help, and he's like, I would never help a human. I'm Mr. Peanut, and I'm mad at humans. Sounds like this Peanut's got a pretty firm stance. For sure. But then he sees Millie Bobby Brown and her robot brother watching a robot cartoon, and he's like, you know what? I'm in. Oh, wow, that was quite the 180.
Yeah.
Movies have the power to change people, sir. For example, you and I will be much richer after this one. Wow, that's a beautiful sentiment. Anyway, so back to this dystopian world where people can't stop staring at screens. Right, the one you're writing. So that freaking colonel shows up with an army and destroys the robot's home and kills a bunch of them, and they take the brother back to Center. Oh no. So now the good guys decide they need to go unplug the brother, and that'll take down the whole system, so they go attack. Very exciting. Super exciting, because these are all characters that we've gotten to know, and we...
I don't understand. Why would you have your whole system rely on one person? So if something happens to that one person, your whole system's done. There's like no redundancies, no backups, no nothing.
Care about, we do. Well, not us personally, and maybe not the audience, but somebody out there maybe. That works for me. So there's gonna be a big old fight between the robots and these Neurocaster drone soldiers, and the robots each have their own unique fighting styles, so that's fun. Oh, they do. So now Millie Bobby Millie has to get her brother out of the system.
Bobby Millie.
Oh boy. So she actually plugs in and goes to talk to him, and he's like, yeah, you gotta kill me. And she's like, I don't wanna, but he's like, do it. And she's like, okay. I mean, if this kid is the key to all the technology at Center, it's gonna be tough to disconnect him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, there are these 3 glowing buttons next to his body, and if you press them, he dies.
So
yeah, so she presses those big buttons and saves the day.
No nothing.
Oh, great. Really great. So then we get to witness the triumphant moment where Chris Pratt jumps alone in front of a green screen shouting, we won! Yay, we won! Now that's cinema. I want to spend $320 million on this. Seriously, you want this to be one of the most expensive movies ever made? I do. Okay, I gotta ask, how do you keep doing stuff like this? Well, let's just say I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
No, yes. This right here is the price hike. This makes sense why they keep price hiking everything, because they keep making these outrageously expensive movies that aren't that good. I really want to get rid of my Netflix subscription. It's gone up. I remember, and I've always had the top tier. I'm going on a rant here. I've always had the top tier Netflix. This thing's like damn near $30 now. And I'm like, I'm not going to go down because I have a 4K TV. I want to watch these movies in 4K. And that thing happened a few months last year or whatever, when they were threatening to wear people the sharing. They gave them free reign of doing what they want to. But I honestly think Apple TV, Hulu, Prime, they have better quality shows. So I really am thinking about canceling my Netflix because it's not doing it for me. Every now and then they have a show that's all right, but I think after I want to see the end of Stranger Things, obviously, and Squid Game. So I think at the end of this year, I'm probably going to get rid of Netflix because it's get really too expensive. But that's my rant. Back to this stream rant. Pitch meeting. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't love the movie. It had a lot of plot holes in it. I.e., that talking about just killing the brothers so easily. The redundant stuff about the robots can't sleep, don't sleep. Oh, they need to recharge. Just stuff like that. Why did they use an EMP to take out the robots from the war? So I don't know. the movie itself, I didn't know what was the identity of the movie, because like it was taking on serious tones, but it was very kid oriented, but set in the 90s that was more like geared towards my generation, like millennials that we grew up with that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't see where the $325 million came from. I think that was paying the actors like John Esposito, Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown, and what's the one dude, the Asian guy, I can't think of his name. I think that's where most of their money went to. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Funny as always, Screen Rant. God, I can say Screen Rant. I'm looking at the different thing. Pitch meeting. If you enjoyed this, I know I'm rambling on right now, but if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe button. Please subscribe. Trying to get 2,000 subscribers. And if there's anything you want me to react to, let me know in the comments below, because I am trying to do more content and need some ideas. So if you guys have anything out there you want me to check out, let me know, from fan made to reactions to different stuff. I'm here for it. It's a variety channel, and we're gonna do it all on here. So till next time, guys, y'all have a good one, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.